Good evening. It's Sunday night. And last time I told you my true story about how I moved to city of Volgodonsk. That is right there is nuclear power plant. There's a lot of construction organization right there, and I recruiting working right there. And I told you I'm recruiting working in summer camp. That summer camp is like probably like 3,000 children right there in the summer. That summer, and I have this manager educator. And I have counselor, a lot of counselors. So I have to management with kids, work with kids. And I told you I meet a lot of people here, interested people, who I never met before in my life. That's people different like I am. Because they educated with different world, not with Christianity, like I am. They don't know about anything about Christianity. And I don't tell nobody I'm just a Christian. Because that's very bad shame on the back of the day. If you're Christian, they think you're so crazy and stupid, and they're not human. They think Christian people in Russia, Soviet Union, communist time regime, they count like crazy people, mental people crazy. They don't know we're educated too. But not everybody educated. Some of us. But because of my father educated, that's why he's educated than us. He's different because he's going through government. And it looks like God planned put me on government work too. They started recruiting me. And I meet one guy. He's chief editor-in-chief newspaper. And he's very smart dude. Very looking nice and very smart, and he's big person. Before him, and this already, my daughter is 5 years old. I'm divorced. Probably like after divorce 2 years ago. Before that, I don't have nobody it's very hard for me. Even if I have some who is like me or some young girl, lady, I have a nightmare all the time when I'm sleeping, and I see nightmares like 8 years. Not all the time, but often. 8 years I have that nightmares from my first husband, from his hallucination, what I'm going through. And my ex-husband, he's preparing himself for kidnapped daughter that time. But I don't know nothing about it. I'm starting a life, and I meet a lot of people, and I meet that guy. And he is like me so much, and his daughter, he's working with me in counselor with kids. And other daughter, he has 2 daughters, and he's divorced with his mother of the daughters, his ex-wife. And other daughter, she is like kids right there. She's like 12 years old. And times go, we have fun, we go to camps, different kind of. We have a huge program with everything. It's very fun. I know how in America, because my boy go through camps a lot. But in Russia it's totally different. There's different society. This is government facilities where the kids educated summertime. They have programs. And I'm very good at this because my father educated us everything. And I know what button I have to click it, what tools I have to use it. I know that stuff already. Even if I'm younger, they notice that right away. They put me in management. And after that, they start recruiting me more. And at that time they give it to me like dominantly for workers living, and I'm going to pick up my daughter from my mom after that, not after that, even before, I think in the middle of that summer. And my daughter stayed with me in that camp, and she's don't remember, she's so little, and I remember we have a big like clump and flowers, and she sit at the center and taking all flowers and put it in a pile. They call me and they say, Tatiana, your daughter, take out flowers from big clump. It's like very beautiful. And I take her after that, and we have that dominary living for workers. And after that, they start recruiting me more. And the guy who is editor-in-chief newspaper, he is proposed me to be living with him, married him. And I say, I'm just after divorce, I have very ugly divorce, and I'm not ready for marriage. He says, okay, I'm waiting for you. He's so nice, and there's two girls, his daughters, they loving me. We have nice, and my daughter, they take care of my daughter, and I don't know anything about marriages and relationship. And he see that on me. He's a journalist, and he start giving me advices and giving me hand, and always study have with me, and he's invited me in newspaper a lot, and he's proposed me to be coming party members, Communist Party members, and he's told me, I won't promote you everywhere, but you need to be members of party, because you can be making career with not members of party. You have a good opportunity for your daughter, for yourself, and I respect him because he's taking care of it like me, like giving me job, giving me that, and always recruiting me, and he's find me I'm not stupid, and I'm young and talented, and handle everything, and very responsible, and very active. He's noticed it right away, and he's in love with me. But I don't know what is love. I need to survive. And he's proposed me, and I decided moving his apartment. His apartment is like nice cozy apartment, and girls living with mother, different city, and not long far away, like not long distance, like close to city. And we start living together, and he's proposed me be different job, in it's have like what's called construction hotels, like kind of like building, like done, like dormitories, kind of like this, just different. It's very high building, like 9 floors, like probably 1,000 people living right there. And he want me working right there with educator, main chief educator in that building, and with that people, like with everything, because right there people from different cities of all countries of Soviet Union, and they have different job. Have some are working in construction, some engineers, some electrical, some different kind of people right there. And most of a woman who is divorced, who is have babies, some families, depends what how small room, and I start working right there, and I'm coming by Communist Party too member, because I need a job, and that job is more paying too, like I have privilege. And of course I wanted everything. I start learning, I start studying everything. They put me everywhere. They start recruit me everywhere. Physically, I go to kickboxing, and I go to civil defense. Like we have a test every quarter once, and one time a year. They start to educate me in psychologically too. They give it a lot of books and studies, and it's kind of, it's really nice, because that is job doing. That's how organization work in the Soviet Union. If they are recruiting you, they teaching you too, like educate you, not just recruiting. You have to be more and more step up and step up all the time. That's how they created careers. And they educated me all the time. Especially I living with that person who is a big person right there. And that is nuclear power city. And I start notice, like in the beginning it's very nice everything, and when we start leave, like I get my job, and my daughter have a daycare, everything looks beautiful. And but because of he is editor-in-chief newspaper, he's invited everywhere with big companies, with big huge meetings, different kind of. But in Russia traditional, I can tell you 100%. When you go to like that meeting, especially journalists, especially that big journalists, who have to write for you something in the newspaper, right? They making big huge table everything. They put on table everything, a lot of food, and of course a lot of alcohol. They sit around the table and talking about what is his needed, or he's putting his dictaphone, or he's write something. They talking and they drinking. They very expensive alcohol, like cognac, like somebody called me. I'm so sorry. Like cognac, like very nice champagne, or like very expensive alcohol. And when he's come back home, at the beginning he's okay, But when it was close to 1 year, he started more drunk and into home, and it's always drop him off home. And I started just like so depressed. What do I have to do? I don't want my child to see that. I never drink alcohol too either. In my family we don't have no alcohol. And more and more, we're living together like 3 years. And he's married and everything, but there's only one issue I have that with this. More and more popular, more available, and he started more and more drinking. More and more drink. One time I beat him up, thinking that this wood stick, I have this like what is dog riding a leg, and I beat him and his leg when he's taking a shower. He don't remember nothing. He sit like there 3 hours. Next day he can walk. He say, what happens to me? I said, I beat you up. I'm so tired of seeing that. I'm crying. It's not happiness right there. In Russia, it's not a lot of alcohol. Like, American people always thinking, oh, Russia, that's vodka. Yes, Russia making vodka. Good vodka, actually. Not like in America. Very clean, very pure. But government controls that everything because people have to work 5 days, every day 8 hours. They have family, they don't have time to drink vodka. Only on weekend or party like birthday party or New Year's party, they can drink in a lot when it's like that. Or somebody die or like this kind of, they drink a lot. Or people who is depressed so much. We don't have so much in that back in the day in Soviet Union, drug addiction. We don't have like that people. Only in Muslim country there's this official they sell that they different style life right there. And in Central Russia we don't have it, this opiate addiction or whatever. We don't have that problem. Communists control everything. We don't have raping stuff a lot in the country or criminals a lot in the country. We don't have it. We have a good society, families, farms. They built everything after World War II. Big cities, big factories. I remember I told my mom like it. One president, Khrushchev, before me, I'm born with at his time. But she's like him because of when he went to America, 1970s I think. He is love America, he is in love in America. When he's come back to Russia, Soviet Union, he started building farms, exactly saying he's just so jealous. And he's used all property for farms. He's built a lot of properties for farms. Put his corn fields, a lot of stuff. In Brezhnev, when he's coming in my time, he's already using the farms. He's helped. He's a very friendly man. He's helped India a lot, Africa a lot, send the farm stuff for free to help. We have strong society in sport. We're a lot of champions back in the day. Very strong society. But everything, musician, culture is different. They're very mentally strong people, but different. We don't have freedom. When you don't have freedom, you don't know how we live it with no freedom. I think American people don't understand what is that freedom. I do. I know what is freedom. I'm 20 years right there. I'm honest. Freedom is not easy to take care of it, because you can do everything what you want to. That means less discipline. You don't have to educate, you can just find a job in America if you don't want to waste your time for education, right? You can go to whatever, Walmart, Myers, McDonald's, whatever, Pizza Hut. I'm learning America, I love America, honest. I feel right there, I'm woman, I'm success, I'm not stupid. I love America. I'm educated. I educated America too. Because God bless America. I tell you later how I figure out. And then I start working at my new job. Meet a lot of new people. This most after 21 people, and if family have kids, and we have a program from government. We have to check it. I have vigilantes. How many vigilantes? I have a group of people who have like an arm, red sign. We go check it out, buildings where there's people living. The government control the people. We don't have to have alcohol in the building and nasty stuff like no violent, no, it have to be peaceful, have to be clean, have to be no alcohol. And I already meet a lot of people who are loving. But I always, when we have a call, we need to go to check it out, that all people, 1,000 people living right there, right? And I already tell guys, we today go searching around, please hiding what you have to do, we don't searching, we don't, you will not in trouble, because if we found alcohol or cigarettes or some nasty stuff, we have to report it. That report go to the police. Straight. There's different rules right there. But government wants very strong power, very disciplined. I always think my father disciplined us very hard, but when I start working myself, I realize my father had a lot of love for us, to teach us discipline. Discipline let me catch up with that other world. A lot of people don't understand what does this mean, discipline. Not necessarily you have to be up. Back in the day, everybody have a belt. A lot of people belt. But in America, people abuse people by beating up. In Russia too. But with smart mind. My father always tell us, you have to have one hand cookie, other hand belt. His pink, yes, of course it hurts, but little kids, everything hurts. They always, oh, big deal, right? But if he's displaying me right now, I'm probably laughing. But with kids, we have his discipline like that, and it's very good. I never late on my job. I'm teaching my teenager son right now, not be late. 3 minutes, you too late, you have to be before 8 o'clock. If you have to be 8 o'clock, before coming 5-10 minutes, please. It's very hard teaching. Discipline is very good for sport, for work, for family, for society, for everybody. When you discipline, you have peace. Because everything what you have to be done, you done, you success, you're not disappointed because you discipline. You don't do stupid stuff. You don't have time for this. And we go researching that discipline society and any kind of job because they don't want this bad society right there. And we always walk around and we sometimes have reports. Most of I don't make any reports for people. I don't always, I'm very kind person, always. I always try to help people, anytime. I was little like this. And my father teach us to take care of people too. We do everything, cleaning, we take care of gardens, snow plowing, everything, whatever was needed. I'm start learning very little about this, and I love it. I'm raising my kids same way, because this is work and work. And I start working with that. I'm sorry, I'm just like change subject you can understand mentally Russian society. People is good right there, very kind, very loving. They don't have big dollars, they don't have millionaires, all same, but have houses, government give it to apartments, government give it to vacation when you have a job, government give it to you medical services, education services, everything for free. When I came into America, one Russian lady, she's telling me, it's very hard first 2 years. I let her tell you what is in America happens to me. She's telling, you know, Tatiana, you have to pay for freedom. Don't cry. Now I'm thinking, I'm paying not just for freedom, I'm paying for Soviet Union too, for different society, communist regime, but human being, you know, we're human, we're all human and all world. Muslim country or different or China or Spanish or whatever it is, Africa, all human beings have different government, different culture, but we have same heart, same mind and body. And with God, Creator is one and all universe. You can't change that. And we're all His children. It doesn't matter where we're living. And it's time Khalid, I'm so tired with that man. He's very, very smart, very talented. Only that things alcohol. Expensive life, alcohol, government leaders. They all have like that. They see it, and at the tables, I see millions like that. Tables. And big offices. Big leaders have young girls. They choose beautiful young girls too. You know, I'm just today thinking about a little bit about that stuff. Why in that world sex traffic and the revolution, horrible sex traffic in Russia, kill a lot of beautiful women. They just use it and kill it, shot it. Never come back to the girls. Some girls more smarter, they survive. Most of them, they not survive. What is this sex traffic? In my time, when I'm working in that society, this is like legal sex traffic right there. And nobody talking about this. Young women have to survive after damaging with ex-husbands and bad relationship with abuses and raping stuff. Of course they won't survive. They won't find their way. They won't happy too. Nobody never fight for this in Russia. America fight for this. And I love it that. I speak up myself and I feel so good. In Russia, if you speak up, they're looking at you like a prostitute. I see this a lot. And I talk later a lot and a lot and a lot and more about the Soviet Union. And I decided to move out from here. One time he's getting very bad, drunk. And I tell him morning, I'm making breakfast. I say, I have to move out, I can't live like this. I don't marry you. I very appreciate you. And he say, I love you so much. Please don't leave me. He's crying, stand on me, kissing my leg. And I say, I can't handle this anymore. It's too much. I was too tired. And he said, okay. And he's giving me apartments and that building where I'm working. Very small, but I'm so happy right there. I don't see it anymore. I don't need love like this. But we became very good friends. He's always helped me. And I tell you later how he's helped me. I think it's just God gave it to me. All these people what I needed. And I want to tell you next my step, where I'm going through. And I hope you like my story. My story is a beautiful story. I love my life because I learned a lot. I see a lot of people in my life, different kind of. And I love that. Human who is God created. It's beautiful things. We are human beautiful things in the world and in all universe. And see you next time. Stay tuned. Please subscribe me. And write me notes, messages. And I like to read it. Thank you for listening.